is, I haven't marked it yet, day 36. Did I make a video yesterday? I did. I did it early in the day. Yeah, during my son's nap. Today was Mother's Day, so I did a lot of fun things. I got to visit my mom and spend some time with her and be thankful for her and everything she's done for me. And I got to spend time with my son and my husband. And yeah, suffice to say, I did not get to practice during the day at all. And I've actually been practicing before I started recording. I've been practicing, what time is it? Hour and a half? I think an hour and a half. Just really now what I'm doing is I'm going back to my orchestral music, like done like hardcore, because the musical's over, and now I can just focus on this. And so what I did for the first 3 movements, oh my gosh, this piece is huge. 3 of many movements, 3 of the planets. I went to the score and I just started figuring out what string section I am with, or my section is with, so that one, I can kind of figure out, okay, where do the bowings need to overlap? I.e., if the first violins are down bow at measure 3, then I need, if we're starting the melody at measure 1, then I need to make sure that I link up with them on a down bow at measure 3. So that kind of thing. There's still a lot of stuff in the air because we need to wait for our concertmaster to kind of work things through and stuff and see what they have. But at least this way, I know like where to look and be like, hey, what bowing are you doing there, viola? Or hey, over there, cello or first violin, what's going on? Second violin tends to be in the middle of the sandwich, right? Sometimes we're with the first and sometimes we're with the violas. And also with the cellos, but it's mainly we're with our viola buddies or with our first violin buddies. And so, and a lot of times that kind of creates, bowing mishaps or bowing confusions, because it's like, well, you're coming off with the first violins, but then the violas are starting to come in and they're going to be on a down, and you just come from an up or a down. And so anyway, that's what I'm doing, is just sort of marking out with viola, with first, and then marking the bowings that I definitely can do because it's just us. There are some really nice moments here that the seconds get to actually play something on their own, which is nice and rare. Not completely rare, but definitely not as often. So it's kind of nice. But anyway, 3 movements out of many. So I'm just gonna basically for you today, because I've already done about an hour and a half of practice, but now I'm just going to start drilling things. And actually, I'm looking at something that I wasn't catching. There's some rhythm things that I was totally messing up on. So it's the same stuff that we were doing on this last concert with the Hinastera. So we're in 6/8. So it's 2 groups of 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Well, then he decides, instead of doing it 2 groups of 3, he wants to do 3 groups of 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Am I doing that right? I seem to not be doing that right. My pulse isn't right. No, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. But to make sure I'm honest, because there's something that tells me, like, my antenna is saying, well, that doesn't feel right. So to keep myself honest, I am also going to do this under tempo. It's vivace. Okay, so that is that. I can't do it with a triplet. Let me think for a second. My math brain isn't on. Okay, let's put on 6/8. Let's try 6/8. That's better. So I put it on 6/8, and I'm having it only beat the downbeat, and then I'm having it beat all the eighth notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sequence with the Latin style. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2 and 3 and there it is. 2 and 3 and. Well, it goes into 2/4, so I can't keep the 6/8 thing going, but at least I can keep the eighth notes from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 1. That's right. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Ah! I'm skipping measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I keep missing it, so I'm going to mark it. And I actually kind of liked what I just did, which I did up, up, down, down. We'll see, because this is in unison, so that'll be something, I don't, it's my own interpretation of the bowing, and we'll find out. Let's do this way slower so I can actually compute it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Nope, I'm not going that far. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. I think I'm doing it correctly because I'm lining up the click, 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 but I'm not. I think it'd be easier if I could feel it in going from 2 to 3. 1, 2, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dot, dot. Oh, that's weird. It might be that my mind is too taxed today because I definitely had no sleep since the musical was last night, and my son got up at 5:30, and I haven't had any nap, and yeah. So, but let's keep working at it. Let's see if we can get to somewhat of a comfortable spot. So at least maybe my mind will process it tonight as I sleep, and we'll revisit it tomorrow and pray that it works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. I'm not feeling the quarter note beat at all, but I am feeling the eighth notes, so that's something. And that's way under tempo. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, hallelujah. I have a breakthrough. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, brings me back to West Side Story. um, right? Let's see if it'll work. Don't get too confident until I prove my worth. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Wrong volume. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Dios mío. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I can't do it without saying 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, which is disturbing, but that's just gonna have to be it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 110 needs to be faster than that, but it's something. I'm not going to go past that. I'm going to leave it there. Just checking the time. I don't want to make my video super long like I've been doing. Okay, so I'm writing 110 on the margin of my page, and then tomorrow I will try it probably at like 100 and see if it locks in. I have a feeling this will feel a lot better when I'm in the orchestra because we're all doing it. All the string section is doing that at the same time, so that'll be nice. Okay, and then there's this eighth note thing, and this I can just practice for you. Nothing I have to work on, I have to work on it, but it's not counting, it's just playing the notes. Let's see if I can play it at Allegro. I probably can't, but you know, it's worth a try. What did they both say? Way softer. No, and it's not an A major anymore. Well, that's okay because, as you probably heard, I did not play everything right. Not bad. I can probably get away with it and then practice more and have it by next week, but 2, 1, 2. It's doing duple again. Spoke too soon. I said, oh, I don't have to do any counting. I will just get the notes. And then it goes into duples again. And it's on a page turn for my pedal turner, which is not good because, yeah, I'm going to have to like memorize this 100%. So we shall do it way, way slower. I'm going to put it back on those blasted eighth notes. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It wasn't hard until I messed that fingering up, but that actually isn't as bad when it's under tempo, as long as I turn the page at the right spot. It wasn't, oh, I shouldn't speed up too much though, right? Because I just messed that up. I'll give you a little teach. Besides what I mentioned earlier, which is looking, if you're having to do bowings, looking at the score and finding who's playing what with whom, and that way you'll know where to look if you need to work out bowings. That's my first teach. My second teach is when you have this thing where, like this is 3 against 2, right? It doesn't mean I used to panic a lot. I'm still kind of panicky just now, right? Because I wasn't getting it. But don't panic. It's not like a meter change at all. I mean, it's still the same. The eighth note's still the same. It's just the accent is hitting differently, right? But if you don't worry about the accents and you just keep your eighth note just solid and don't worry about the accents for a second, you can play it just fine. And then you start to add the accents. It's like adding the musicality, right? Those accents are musicality. So it's okay to not feel, or not to be able to feel 3/2 yet, as long as you're just keeping that constant eighth note, which is what I was doing with the metronome. And then you'll get the feel. You'll start to feel that pulse, that little accent, as you're more confident. Okay? So don't panic. Don't panic with this stuff. Just get the eighth note straight. And then you start doing your accents. I think I mentioned this before. Sometimes they give you a reminder accidental and they shouldn't. Don't give me reminder accidentals, composers. That messes me up because I know what it's supposed to be. I can't tell if this is a natural or a sharp. I kind of remember saying this before too. What is it? Is it a sharp or a natural? I'm going to go with a natural. Or a sharp. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't make sense for it to be a sharp because it's already sharp in the key, and we haven't played any F naturals. What is going on? Why? Oh boy. I think it's a sharp. The question is why? Why are they marking an F sharp there if it has never been an F natural? I don't know. This might be a question for Christian. Because it doesn't really make sense for it to be an F sharp because we've already had an F sharp. I mean, it's an F sharp in the key signature. Wow. I don't know. I think I've been playing it wrong. It must be a natural because why would they mark it as a sharp? But it really looks like a sharp. Why? Why would you guys do that? Oh, to the score. I can't do the score though because I'm recording on the computer which my score is sitting on. So I'm going to leave us here so I don't bore you to death with this video, which you probably are already bored. You're bored like 30 videos ago. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that because I need to start looking at the score, which is underneath this window that I'm recording on. So I will say the teach of the day is, again, go to your score. If there's something, and this orchestra is really nice. They send the scores, the PDFs of the score, so I can look and go check and see what the score says. And then if the score is like, not unlegible, unlegible, you can't read it, then you go to the big maestro, the big cheese, and you ask the conductor. All right, I'm going to go look at that score now and try to go to sleep soon. Probably another hour or two. All right, have a good night or a good morning whenever you're watching this video, and happy practicing.